Holding on to anger is like grasping a hot coal with the intent of throwing it at someone else. You are the one who gets burned. This powerful quote from the Buddha offers a vivid and sobering metaphor. When we are angry, it's as if we are holding a burning coal in our hand, not to keep it, but to wait for the chance to throw it at someone else. And yet, in all that waiting, who is getting burned first? We are. Our hand is scorched, our heart inflamed, and our mind clouded with smoke and hatred. Anger is a natural emotion, but holding on to anger is a conscious choice and a dangerous one. When we cling to anger, we not only suffer internally, but we also trap ourselves in a vicious cycle of resentment, blame, and reaction. The image of grasping a hot coal is striking. It highlights both the destructive power of anger and the self-inflicted nature of that destruction. No one forces us to stay angry, but we choose to be because we want to retaliate, to make someone feel the pain we felt. And in doing so, we burn ourselves. The core message is simple yet profound. Anger is not a weapon, it is a poison we willingly drink. The philosophy behind this quote goes far beyond the vivid metaphor. It reveals a core truth in Buddhism. All suffering arises from attachment. When we hold on to anger, we suffer not only because of the emotion itself, but because we refuse to let go, to transform it. Like clutching a burning coal, we believe it gives us power or revenge, but in truth, it only harms us. The Buddha taught about the three poisons of the mind: greed, hatred, and ignorance. Among them, anger, hatred burns the fastest. It blinds the mind, sharpens the tongue, hardens the heart, and leads to consequences long after the feeling fades. This quote reminds us that anger is dangerous energy, if not recognized and transformed. Like fire, it can warm or it can destroy. True strength doesn't lie in reacting with rage, but in our capacity to transform anger into wisdom, understanding, and compassion. That is the essence of the Buddhist path, not to suppress emotion, but to observe it, understand it, and transcend it. Once in a small village in ancient India, there lived a man named Surya, who was known for his quick temper. He often shouted at his wife and children, quarreled with his neighbors, and believed the world was constantly against him. Surya thought anger was a sign of power. He believed that if he showed his rage, people would fear and respect him. One day, Surya heard about an old monk named Ananda, who lived in the mountains and was known for his wisdom and inner peace. Out of curiosity mixed with arrogance, Surya decided to visit the monk, intending to challenge his ideas. Upon meeting him, Surya immediately declared, "Master, anger is unavoidable. If someone insults me, I must fight back. If not, they will walk all over me." The monk simply smiled, poured a cup of hot tea, and handed it to Surya. Just as Surya was about to take it, the monk dropped a small stone into the cup. Hot tea splashed onto Surya's hand, burning him. "What are you doing? You scalded me," Surya shouted. The monk calmly replied, "That is what it feels like to hold on to anger. Just like this tea's too hot to hold for long. You can choose to put it down, or you can hold on and get burned." Surya was speechless. For the first time in his life, he realized that silence could be more powerful than shouting. He stayed with the monk for several months and gradually transformed. From a man of rage, he became someone who listened and understood. Surya's story is a living testament to the Buddha's teaching. When we hold on to anger, we are the first to be harmed. But when we let go, we discover a deep and lasting peace within. In everyday life, anger often arises from the smallest things. Someone cutting in line, a harsh word from a loved one, or an unfair situation at work. These moments spark feelings of offense or injustice, and our first impulse is often to react in anger. Yet, as the Buddha taught, it is precisely in these ordinary situations that we are given the opportunity to practice awareness, to recognize and release our anger. Imagine you're driving and someone honks at you aggressively and cuts in front. Instead of shouting or staying upset all day, you pause, breathe, and remind yourself, if I hold on to this anger, I'm the one who suffers. Likewise, when a family member unintentionally hurts you with their words, you can choose to observe the emotion rather than react. Place your hand on your chest, breathe deeply, and say silently, "I choose not to hold this hot coal." Acknowledging anger doesn't mean weakness or ignoring injustice. On the contrary, it shows strength, the strength to master your emotions rather than be ruled by them. Just as a brave soldier is not fearless but faces fear with courage, a mindful practitioner feels anger but chooses compassion. Anger is like a fire, uncontrolled. It burns away happiness and compassion in an instant. But when illuminated by mindfulness and wisdom, it becomes a path to inner growth. To stop holding the hot coal, we must develop mindful practices to recognize and release anger. Here are some practical methods rooted in Buddhist tradition: breath meditation, anapanasati. Sit quietly and observe your breath. When anger arises, see it as a dark cloud passing in the sky. You acknowledge it without reacting. Focusing on your breath calms the mind and creates space between emotion and reaction. Non-judgmental awareness. When you feel anger, name it silently. This is anger. This is hurt. This simple act of recognition breaks the chain of reactivity and brings clarity. Loving kindness meditation, metta bhavana. Spend a few minutes daily sending love to yourself, to loved ones, and even to those who hurt you. Recite silently, may I be peaceful, may they be peaceful. This softens your heart and transforms resentment. Emotional journaling. After moments of anger, write down what happened, how you felt, and how you responded. Ask yourself, did holding on to anger help me? Reflecting helps you grow in self-awareness. Practice forgiveness. Forgiveness isn't condoning harm. It's freeing yourself from the prison of bitterness. Write a letter not to send or silently affirm, I let go, so I may be free. Over time, with patience and regular practice, your heart will become both tender and resilient. Letting go of anger isn't losing power, it's reclaiming peace. When we learn to let go of anger, life becomes not only lighter, but also deeply transformative and healing. Here are the tangible benefits that arise from releasing anger. A peaceful and clear mind freed from negative emotions. The mind becomes calm and clear. This peace is not dependent on external circumstances, but is the result of inner mastery, a lasting and resilient tranquility, healed and strengthened. Relationships without the burden of resentment. You can open your heart, listen deeply, and empathize. This paves the way for sincere, meaningful, and lasting relationships. Improved physical and mental health studies show that chronic anger increases the risk of high blood pressure, heart disease, immune suppression, and insomnia. In contrast, those who manage emotions well live longer and healthier lives. Unfolding of wisdom and compassion. Letting go of anger is not only a moral choice, but a foundation for wisdom and compassion. A mind not clouded by rage can see reality clearly and understand both self and others deeply. An inner space of resilience and openness. Instead of reacting to every annoyance, you begin to receive challenges as opportunities for growth. You live not in stress, but in a spacious and liberated inner world. Ultimately, letting go of anger doesn't mean becoming weak or submissive. On the contrary, it is the clearest expression of true inner strength, a strength that requires no display, no conflict, yet radiates calm authority. Understanding a teaching is one thing, applying it in real life is another. But once you experience the benefits of letting go of anger, you naturally become a living source of inspiration to others. Applying in the family, during family disagreements. Instead of reacting with anger, you listen and respond calmly. Over time, this cultivates a healthy environment where everyone feels safe to express emotions without fear of judgment or retaliation. Impact at work. In any team, people who manage their emotions well are respected and trusted. Your presence radiates calmness, which eases tension and helps navigate challenges effectively. Your balanced demeanor becomes a pillar for collective growth, inspiring through personal transformation. When others see how you've transformed from someone angered to someone composed and compassionate, they become curious. You don't need to preach, your peace speaks louder than words, guiding others to mindfulness. Practice. You can share meditation, books, or Buddhist teachings. Even inviting someone to a practice session can plant a seed of change. Practical. Example carries far more weight than theory, turning small acts into great virtues, offering a smile, yielding the way, forgiving, or pausing before reacting. These little actions can ripple into powerful societal change when consistently practiced and shared. Remember, you don't need to be enlightened to inspire. With steady practice and mindful steps, your daily life becomes a beacon of wisdom for those around you. Through the Buddhist teaching, holding on to anger is like grasping a hot coal with the intent of throwing it at someone else. You are the one who gets burned. We have explored one of the most profound truths about human emotions. Anger not only harms others, but first and foremost burns ourselves. By letting go of anger, we open the door to peace, wisdom, and compassion. Key takeaways. Anger is a fire that first scorches the one who holds it. Letting go is not weakness, it is wisdom and strength. We can train in letting go through meditation, mindfulness, breathing, and compassion. Real-life application brings healing to ourselves and those around us. Each of us can be a beacon of peace and inspiration. Daily practice suggestions. Practice loving-kindness meditation Metta Bhavana for 5 to 10 minutes each morning. When anger arises, pause and take 3 deep breaths. This is your mindful pause. Keep a journal. What moments of anger did I overcome today? How did I feel? After, choose a friend or loved one to practice letting go together weekly. Remind yourself during emotional spikes, I do not wish to hold the burning coal. Remember, even small mindful actions can transform an entire life. Whether you are new to the path of mindfulness or have been practicing for years, each of us encounters moments of intense anger, emotions that feel overwhelming. But in those very moments, if we can pause, listen, accept, and release, the light of wisdom and compassion begins to shine. No one is born knowing how to let go. Everyone has been angry, but the truly strong are those who face their anger, learn from it, and eventually release it like a leaf drifting down a peaceful stream. If today you can do just one thing, recognize your anger, that is progress. If tomorrow you can pause before reacting, that is transformation. And if one day you can smile instead of lashing out, then you are truly living the Buddha's teaching. Thank you for journeying through this reflection. May you continue walking the path of awakening with an open heart and grounded strength. Live as if you no longer wish to hold a burning coal in your hand.